Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Uh, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And as promised, I bring you Katrina Luma Umali, one of our top
Hey,
earner in our
thank you.
communities. And she's also a member of the leadership council in our communities, and she is a very strong mom, and I'm so proud and excited to interview her today. Hi,
Hello,
Katrina.
and I'm also excited to interview you.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. To those who are following Lan, hello, hello. I am based here in Toronto, Ontario, and of course, to all of you who are following my page as well. This is gonna be a fun chat. But Lana, I'm trying to recall if this is the first time we're going live together. Of
Actually,
course,
yes.
yes, right.
Yes.
We started
First
Zoom.
time,
Yeah,
like a week
when
ago, I was saw my memories, and the first time I meet Katrina with like so many books, three books over here, and I say, wow, this is the first time I met you in a small Zoom group,
yes, that
and
was
like
like how
we
many years
started the
ago was
same
that?
time in this business.
Yeah, how long ago was that? Like the Zoom?
The Zoom 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, and then you sent me a screenshot of that, and it was
yeah.
interesting. I
I
actually
think
forgot.
my
Like,
mentor invited you
yeah,
to our small group to share your success.
yeah, and thank you for sharing that photo because I was showing a lot of pictures of the books, or like the books that I've
Yeah,
read. Right? I was like,
like
okay.
Morning Miracle and some books you read, and then like all of the people you're crying, crying, listen to your story.
Well, look at us. We're still here after 6 years,
Yeah.
and we discovered that we actually started almost the same time. Like in 2019, I started April, started May, and there's so many things that have happened, but we're still here, still
Yes.
helping a lot of moms. So thank you for having me here, and I know it's gonna be a very inspiring chat, not just for both of us, but most importantly for our audience who've been following our journey together. Right.
Yeah, so let's jump right in. So how did you start this online business?
Well, just like most of us, I think just the same for you. I saw on my social media newsfeed. Well, what motivated me actually to explore this first was because I was on my mat leave, and for our third son back then, 6 years ago, and I was wanting to have a little extra on the side because here in Canada we're very grateful for all the government support. So I was about to jump
Yes.
and receive
I hear
employment
you.
insurance, right? So we're very grateful. We're immigrants, and I think my title that I put here is, how to immigrant career moms was able to move beyond the 9 to 5, and then we're here. We did not stay stuck, and if you're in that position too, maybe this is something that can also a little sign for you, a little nudge to explore something that you can do also online. So I was just wanting to earn a little extra. I was thinking of maybe English tutorials. So I know online is the way to go because it's very flexible. Like I can do it with my two older while taking care of my two older sons and my newborn. And then I saw a post on my Facebook actually of a couple sharing how they're generating income online while being employed full time. So that really got me interested. I was like, okay, but what intrigued me more is that they're talking about their faith, their family, their ministry. So the part of me that was a bit skeptical uh, kind of got leveled down because they're talking about faith. So I told myself if they're doing something nasty, then most probably, they wouldn't be showing their faces and they're Christians. So that really got me more intrigued and curious. And that's how I got started. I watched the video, how the introductory video. I snoop on this couple. I did not jump in right away. I asked for information. I did my due diligence, and then that was the start. Just like for most of us. How about you? Did you also saw a video on your social
Yes.
media? Okay.
Yes. Yes. I saw an advertisement from a lady in Alberta.
Mm.
Uh, and back then, I was still in Vietnam.
Oh,
two
you were
months
still
before
in
I
Vietnam.
moved. Yeah, two
Uh-huh.
months before I moved to Canada, I saw that ad, and I was curious because you're moving into a new country and that person from that country, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, what is he doing? She is a teacher just like me. What is he doing? So it triggered me to learn more. But to be honest, when I jump in, I not fully understand the business, and I just think like, oh, they are teaching online marketing, and
Mm.
I know that marketing is it's crucial for business, because I and my husband running a school already. So we know that the power of marketing, especially digital marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that, and like the training side and what she talk about is all about that, and say I need this, and then also the system.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't think that I didn't have a strong belief that I will succeed. I just think like, okay, just join and then learn, own that knowledge. Maybe I need it in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my move.
Just a follow-up question on that, Lannan. I know you have a lot of new followers as well, and for those people who are seeing you for the first time on my page, could you give them a little background about you? That yes, you came from Vietnam, and you're a mom of four. So yeah, kindly give them a background about you.
Oh yes. So I started this business in May. So 2 months before I moved to Canada with my husband and my three kids. Back then, it's three kids, and we moved here late June, July, and we start a new life here in Canada. And I I stay at home to take care of my first baby, and the other two would go to school. So we still need someone to pick them up from school.
Mm.
And and after discussing for a while, as my husband and I decided that I want to be stay at home taking care of them. And I was trying to do something online too. I try to find here and then online job, even though I'm still learning the training side, because as I mentioned that I I thought that I used this knowledge to do something else, because I didn't believe in myself,
Mm.
right? I never succeed in the past with the online space, so I didn't believe that I can succeed. But then slowly it absorbs in your body.
Mm.
Slowly it's like, oh, that person can do it, that person can do it, like learn some more, and then you start creating content, and then you're not bad. So I just gain confidence that way. And 1 year in, I was pregnant with my fourth baby, and that when I felt like I have to succeed in this business. And COVID came, my school closed, left us 44,000 in debt.
Wow. And you mentioned school. That was in Vietnam, right?
Yes, I was in Vietnam. We still
And
in
you're
touch because we
yeah.
still part of it.
And then this is can you refresh me? School, this is more on your you what was the main purpose of the school? What are you teaching there?
Oh, we teaching English courses. It's like
Mm.
communication courses, IELTS. So
Okay.
so that's why I feel we quite similar situation,
Oh yeah, I was
right? You
like okay,
also like
because I also did like tutorial. Well, why while I was in the Philippines, I used to do English tutorials for Japanese students, and it's kind of easy back then because of the time zone, right? It's almost the same, Japan and the Philippines. But here, I was thinking if I do tutorials for Japanese students who are based in Japan, it's gonna be opposite time zones. Oh yeah, there you go. Thank you for that. So you were running. That's a lot of adjustments, I would say. You moving to a new country, adjusting to the culture, and then having your fourth child eventually, and then running your business virtually from
yeah,
Canada, and then while that was in Vietnam, so you already closed the business there in
yes,
Vietnam. Okay.
yeah, because of COVID, right?
Mhm.
COVID
Okay.
came, everything wiped out.
affected. That must have been that must have really highlighted the importance of having a secondary, like, a backup plan, and also something that is not affected with, a COVID proof. And I think that
Exactly. Yes.
made you
Exactly.
more appreciative of what we have here in our business, right?
Yeah. Like we have got one sort of income in Vietnam. We both work in the school, the center, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the teachers. It's very tiny school, not big at all,
Mm-hmm.
but it support our family. But it's only one sort of income. So when I relocated to Canada, in my head I think like I have to have my own things, and
Mm-hmm.
my husband need to have his own thing, so I have to do something. What should I do?
So you
Why
were
I
really
have
looking
this
for something.
three babies just like
Yeah.
want to come home, want to eat, want to do this, want to do that every single day.
Yeah, plus the fact that you guys just moved to Canada, of course you want to um be financially stable, especially for the kids, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Apart from the business that you have, were you before, did you do any 9 to 5 job prior to you stand building that business?
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
6 months. I was first year university. I did the job for 6 months, and then my husband opened his own school.
Mhm.
He was a teacher for like over 20 years, so he opened his own school, and I kind of help him. So I be forced to be the director. So
Okay. Okay.
I wasn't thinking about like managing my own business doing. So after university, I picture myself at like doing in a big company, like in a corporate goal, like
Mhm.
any like
Yeah,
any
like
other
any career
people.
woman. Okay.
So yeah, so I somehow I help him, and then I just slowly fall in love with
Yeah.
teaching industry.
Uh-huh. And then kind of the entrepreneurship in you kind of just grew with you as well, right? That's
Yes.
awesome. There you go. Awesome. That-
Yeah.
I think that is also a good background in terms of course, as we always say, you don't need any business background or social media background to be able to do this business, right? But I think that really helps you because you have that perspective in a way that, hey, I have a brick and mortar business, but unfortunately, although I've loved it, but unfortunately, it was not COVID proof, right? So that's why it highlighted the importance of having a digital business like ours, right? So
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you for
yeah,
sharing that.
yeah, yeah. So business, I can compare
Hmm.
like on the costs,
Yes.
on the cost, and with like investment and everything, and how to especially for me is how to scale up,
Mm,
how
yeah,
to scale up, because one location you do it very well, but then you pick it up and put it another location.
it's
It's
another
hard.
thing. Uh-huh.
It's not on
How many
human
locations did you
resources.
have before?
Sorry.
How many locations did you have for that business?
One. I'm
One.
not that
Okay.
great. Like,
Uh-huh. And then
my husband and I hardly able to manage one school.
and
Like,
look at
we're
you now.
struggling. We're struggling.
And what's interesting now is that your business has grown to literally
Yeah,
globally. And I
like
remember
six
you saying this.
continent. I'm
Yeah,
like, I was joking to my business partner the other day. Like wherever we go, we got friends.
yeah. And I think
Italy,
I remember
Europe.
that.
Uh, yeah, like got the
Yeah,
space to live to visit.
yeah, and I remember that it was from you we heard in one of our teams, and you said your goal is to grow this business as big as wherever you go, you'll know somebody. And it has happened, right? And then for
Yeah.
the longest time, how long did you run your brick and mortar business?
11 years.
11 years, and
Yeah.
you have, blood, sweat,
One
and tears,
location.
one location, and you've been here in the business for just 6 years,
6 years,
and you've
yes.
grown globally, and you have like, oh my gosh, so many thousands of people already in your team, right? So
Yes.
that's amazing. I think what's good here is we're seeing the, like, side by side, you having the brick and mortar business for 11 years versus you having this business for 6 years. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I think
Yeah, so
there's a second question.
for full-time mom, for mom uh, already have a job,
Hmm.
and they transition into this new career, online marketing. What are the struggle for you at the beginning?
Well, first, I think a lot of us will relate to this. I'm not sure exactly with your spouse, but my husband was skeptical at the beginning. Was he skeptical at
Yeah,
the
me,
beginning?
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I think a lot of us, like either your spouse, a family, or a close family member, the first time we open up to them, they were skeptical, and that is very normal. So if you're in that position right now, you've been following us for a while, and then you're like, okay, I wanted this, but I cannot push through because my husband, my wife, of course, we are all for communication and loving relationship, but so that was the really first challenge because I was hoping he would support me, but he has his valid reasons. I did some nasty decisions in the past. So he was like, okay, of course, he's just protecting us, protecting me, basically, right? And so that's the first one, and then the second one is when I jumped it, but I'm the risk taker one. I think in any relationship there's one who is a risk taker and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
one who's the conservative. I think that's both of us, like, right? And I think that is important because you need that to keep your head level, to level you down, to ground you. um but then I stayed the course because I took the leap because I really prayed hard about it because Lord, show me something different. And then when I saw this, it feels like this is it, but then I'm kind of blocking it. I was like, okay, I learned this is your answer, but I think I don't know if I'm gonna accept your answer or what. But then eventually, of course, I dove in, and eventually my husband saw the vision as well. I'm not very confrontational when it comes to relationships, especially with my husband. I just worked silently, and I would, when the kids are asleep, especially the newborn, I would do my training from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight, or sometimes it would extend to 1 in the morning because I really wanted that bad because I was about to remember I was on my mat leave. I'll be going back to work after a year or so, and I wanted to be up and running before that. So I'm that uh, I'm that dedicated and committed. And so second would be when I got started is the OPM, or the other people's opinion. No, OPO. Other people's opinions. When I started posting my journey, really diving into the content creation of things, I felt like I have this imposter syndrome as well. Like, am I good enough? Am I gonna be able to do this? Am I good enough for this? Am I cut for this? All those things. And then people started commenting, "Oh, you're doing scam, or you're doing that." I was like, what? I took that personally. Like, I thought it because, oh my gosh, you know, why are they saying that? I'm just wanting to earn a little extra for my family. I'm not doing anything illegal. This is legit. I pay taxes. I reported this to the to the CRA, Canadian Revenue Agency here in Canada, because I was getting my employment insurance, and then now I'm starting this, side income, so I have to report it, right? Um, and I was also thinking, okay, what would my relatives would say? What would my friends would say? Things like that. And I think it's human nature, right? We always have that goal of self-preservation. And I think a lot of people can relate to that, especially our new business partners, our new business colleagues and mentees. And you guys, you're not alone. We've already had our fair share of that. So I think that would be the second one. And third would be, I would say, let me see. I think energy management, or some people would call it time management, right? Because especially for us moms, we have so many tabs open in our brain. And back then, of course, I'm a new mom for the third time. navigating the that new dynamics in the family, and of course, the weight of going back to work, and how will I be able to take care of the family. My husband was back to school full time, so literally we're dependent on the government. And all of a sudden there's this other another chapter of this. And but what I realized, so I thought, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be spreading myself too thin. I won't have time for the things that I need to do or I want to do. How will I be able to do the training, right? So that was the first challenge. The other challenge, but then I realized, what I found out is that it's very flexible. The training site is accessible 24/7. I can do it at, pockets of my time when the kids are asleep, or in between washroom breaks, when I went back to during washroom breaks, when I went back to my 9 to 5. And it's really more about prioritization, because we all have that 24/7, you all have 24/7 in our days. So really, what are your priorities? What are the results? As Tony Robbins would always say, what are the results? What do you really want? What do you really want to achieve, and why would you like to achieve that? And what are the massive actions, RPM, results, purpose, and massive action that you want to take towards that result or outcome that you're aiming for? I think those are the major things, in the beginning. And I say that also because a lot of the people, especially the new ones, who are even the people who are just inquiring, those are the major questions also that they're asking. So I want to address that, because those are the things that I also have experienced in the past, especially when I was beginning. So how about you?
Me, I think for mom chance, I mentor a lot of moms
Mhm.
that transition from employee into owning their own business. Sometimes they struggling with like when you go work for somebody else, you have your day planned out in your work. Like you got a project, somebody give you like this task, but now suddenly you become your own boss and you become managing your own project and business. Now you have to come up with right, like with your own task, and nobody like your mentor, your coach can motivate you, inspire you, and sometime kick your butt, say hey, push, right?
Yeah.
But you are the one who actually have to put
Mm.
like put the content out and learn. And so the some of my 9 to 5 moms struggling with that, like
Mhm.
they waiting for uh at the beginning, yes, but later on, then so prepare yourself for and on can learn with the system, because
Mm.
that is amazing how the training, like think about the training when we just got in,
Mm.
only one tab of Facebook,
Yeah.
right?
So
Yeah, and I say
comprehensive,
wow,
right?
and I say
Yeah.
wow, that I can learn this because it's not much of 1 2 tabs 3 tabs.
Yeah.
Like now it's really well done, like teaching you how to open an email, how to
Mm.
create an email. I like it's just
Even the
amazing.
even the basic things, right?
Yeah, like from basic to advanced. If you are already advanced or intermediate, you can move to like you can speed it up. But if
Mm.
you are basic, you always can slowly learn. That what I did. Result come to me very slow. Like I my husband gave me 6 months
Mm.
kind of things, like hey 6 months already, and I don't see any result and things. So and I doubt myself too. So after 6 months I say let's get serious. Because if if this is the chance for me, please give me a signal, please give me a signal, God. Yeah. So I think I after 1 year I
Mm.
hit the first milestone.
Mm.
It was a long time. I
Yeah.
think you succeed earlier than me, right?
Well, I hit my very first milestone. I think I was April, May, June, July, August, like 5 months into the business.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, and I think thank you for bringing that up, because I wanted to point out also that each journey is different. We almost started at the same time, like just 1 month. I got like started 1 month ahead of you in 2019. Um, our first few years are very different. I hit my first milestone on my fifth year. You hit it on your after a year or so, but then you like you zoom from there. But because I remember when you guessed it in one of our zooms, you really emphasized on the you were planting seeds during that first year, right? You got like
Yeah.
a thick forests that you're planting, and then when they bloom, like they're like that, right? So my chapter one will be different from your chapter one, and we want to tell that to everybody like you watching this right now. It's so easy, and I think I still experience that every now and then, like when I see someone hitting this milestone or having this having that. Sometimes it tends to we tend to compare ourselves
Yes. Yes.
so easily with that person, but we don't know their story and they don't know, and vice versa, right? So you have to really put that blinders on and focus on your own lane and use that as an inspiration, like, okay, this person has achieved that, so that means it's possible. So be grateful that they're paving the way for us, right? And I want to also touch on that when you mentioned, because you had a business background, your school business, and so you've done that for 11 years, so you
Yeah.
already have the entrepreneur mindset in you, like, I wouldn't be reporting to anyone. I'm accountable to myself, to my husband, we're the business partners. But factoring that in, and now you're attracting people into the business who are coming from the employment industry, right? By the way, if you love your job, if you're passionate about it, that's great. You don't need to quit it if you really are passionate about it. But who wouldn't want like extra resources, extra income for their family, right? And so bringing that entrepreneurial mindset into this business, and then you realize like, oh my gosh, not everyone is have the same entrepreneurial mindset as me. Like, okay, now we have, and I think one of the things that really, how did you, I think my question is, how did you pivot from that? Like, what did you do to specifically, what practical things did you do with the moms who are transitioning from, being an employee to doing this business? What are the things that you assigned or have them do to slowly improve on that area?
Yeah. So I was um I was entering the entrepreneurship. I think it was a lonely journey.
Mm,
Like, so I don't want that for all the moms.
mm,
And I seeing that in the community that we have. I don't think without the community, I'm not here. So like at the beginning, I'm so quiet, like watching and like working in silence and watching out like okay what going on and what do I can learn. So I kind of go. That's why the first year was the toughest year ever, like new in the country, everything, right? But because I got that 11 years of being accountable for myself, for my business, and I already running my own business before, so I know what it takes. So I was coming in here, and when I took on those mom, I make sure that I being patient.
mm,
I make sure that I being patient. When we running our English center, I was teaching English for very low level. Like they don't even speak a word of English. I have to teach them
wow.
like hello, like ABC. Um, because if I don't prep those class carefully, they couldn't speak English to jump up to my husband class. So I so everything happen in your life. Sometimes you mom seeing themselves that no value. It's sad sometimes, like they got so many power and potential, but they don't see for themselves. So I am the one who they mentor them. I see that in them, and I try to pull it out by being patient, like bring it out. So yeah, slowly working with them and pull things out and realize that this community is a safe place for you to just nurture on that potential and realize that everybody good at something. Yeah. And from there we start our journey. So I try to be patient, and then I try to be an example.
Mm.
That two thing that I always do, because like I'm thinking about raising my kids. My husband and I always think like, hey, we got four kids, so we just try to prep them for life. And we always prep them like 18, you're gonna out the door, like we constantly prep them. So like if you don't prep for yourself, no food, no job, no like everything, we just so same with with mentee, right? You want to prep them to be independent.
Mhm.
Yeah. So by being patient, by being an example for them, that they're not gonna listen to you, they listen to what you do,
Mm.
they see what you do. Yeah. So and I'm really proud of those mom, because one day in and one they figured it out their strength, they are flying, and it's really amazing to see someone say like from really shy and couldn't like she was left her third job, going home at 10 o'clock, she do some video and she will keep sending to me and say, coach, can you look at it, is that okay to post? And I
Mm.
was like, that's fine, please pause. Because keep sending. But look at her now, right? Like witness somebody from that until now leading a big team, and the presentation skill is so amazing. And she
Mhm.
lead her team with big heart, because she know how hard it is at the beginning. Like though feeling, though emotion, it can't beat. It's so
Mm.
rewarding to do business with.
And it's like a huge bonus on top of the financial gain that we have here. Yeah, that those are the things that's priceless. And I'm taking notes. I'm learning a lot. It's nothing is new in those things that you've said, but it really hone it down. Patience, and you said they listen to what you do, not to the things that you
Yeah.
say. And I think what I'm getting from that is really how you empower them, and in being patient. That's the main key, being patient. And I love the analogy between the new business mentees and us growing our kids. And yes, I have also experienced a lot of moms, especially when I hop on strategy calls with them, and they feel like they're just moms. And I want to tell them, like, we are not just moms. We have a lot of things. And I think I kind of forgot when you asked me the question, what's the like the struggles at the beginning, and this is the biggest thing. How can I forget it? Is really the mindset, right? And we've talked. I'm sure you've already talked to like thousands of moms on the calls, and a lot of them, most of them, at least for me, when I talk to them, they don't know what exactly they want. Yes, they want, financial freedom, but they're not as specific to the things that they want, because they thought, they just need to go to work, food on the table, and that's it, right? Sometimes moms and dads also, they would lose the vision because they're so in the now. They wanted to just basically, they're focusing on putting food on the table. And when you're so distracted with just getting by, you kind of lose the vision of what could be possible in the horizon, right? So that's really empowering. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Oh
you're
my gosh,
welcome.
I'm just seeing now you have a lot of comments from my end at least. Thank you so much, everybody. I just wanted to read this quickly. Hey, Coach Anne Marie, shout out. Sorry, I cannot because Lan is doing the live on her end. I cannot put it up on my end, but we're seeing you, Kelly from Georgia, USA. Thank you,
Yeah.
Zeus, Coach Rebecca in the house. Hello from Toronto. Sheila Jane from Calgary. Katie from the UK. Rustin from Alberta. Look at you, ladies. Annie from California, Rhea from Mississauga, a lot of my new business mentees here, Sarah from the UK, Vilsa from Brampton, Naida from Bahrain, Sis Adet, who just hit her major milestone. Ooh, congratulations, girl. Let me see, where are you from the UK? Um, since 7:45 in Bahrain. Jen from California, Layla from Granada Hills, California, Sunita from Seattle.
Wow. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Many of you, hello, thank you. We do appreciate. I can see Nadine, Ruthie, Grace, Tina, another Grace, Selena. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in here. A lot of you are tuning in like since we started. So thank you. Go ahead, Sis Lan.
Yes. Talking like beside of that, talking about the finance side, how your life changed after 4, 5, 6 years doing this, because I know that we in the same circle, so I know that you hit the passive income level twice, right?
Oh, oh my God, it's crazy.
And then how was you feel for the first time, and how about the second time?
Well, of course, the first time I hit the passive income milestone while I was in the Philippines, we were
Oh,
vacationing
really?
for 6 weeks there. And then I think towards the end of the vacation, like I was really communicating closely with my mentors and coaches. So we're like, okay, I think we're going to hit this, and then so we were on a call like early, I think early morning because nighttime in Calgary. So we were coming in like, oh my gosh, this is it. Like, it's crazy
Yeah.
because like when we got started, of course those huge milestone ranks, they seem so far off, right? There's like, oh my gosh, I don't know, it's possible but I don't know when. You just know. But yes, so when I hit that, it's surreal. And so, and because of that, like that milestone, of course there's so many other things that come with it, like the bonuses and stuff. um and because of that, I was able to move to this new place in downtown Toronto, travel more with the family. We're able to vacation in the Philippines, all expense paid. That was the first time we came home since we moved here to Canada, and we're able to spoil the boys, of course, our families there, our friends. So that was really fun to do. And of course, also sending our eldest to a private school here in Canada,
Wow.
having more time with the kids, just being more present with them, walking them to school, not being rushed. Just those little moments. I think those are the big things. Being able to pray with my 6 year old now, while we're going to school, like
Wow.
when I send them off, I'm not able to, I wasn't able to do that before because I was just like, hey, let's rush, right? And
Yeah.
being able to have the summer off with my husband. He can take that leave off because he works with a district school board. So yeah, the summer off, we're able to enjoy time together, date nights. Oh, not really nights, but date afternoon.
Not actually like,
All the kids are in
I
school.
hear you.
Yeah, right. We can squeeze everything while the kids are in school. We had recently had like a photo shoot, just the two of us, and it's
Oh,
nice.
wow, really?
Yeah, like our fall photo, and we realized, oh, and he said, you know what, this is actually the second time we did this. We did it also last year. It was spring of last year, and then now it's fall. and we just he just took a
That's why you got all sort of amazing photos. I
yeah,
love
so
to
it
go to
was
your
very
page.
intentional, and he actually that was his idea. I think that's one of the things that really enjoy doing together, like photos. Of course, he had his limits when it comes to photos, but when we really he really planned it. Like, I'll take an off. Yes, he still works, and that's our also our because I've also had a question in the past. Does your husband still work? Yes, he does, and he doesn't. He has no plan of quitting his job, and that's okay. Right, because he wants to have his own thing, and he loves teaching. He's also he's with the yeah with his district school board, so that's his own thing, but he also supports me now here. So he took a day off, and then, okay, let's have our photo, our photo shoot. Nothing really fancy. It's just our phone and just a tripod. We didn't hire any professional photographer.
Oh,
It just
really?
Yeah, it was just us. And then we just went to the University of Toronto because he's been passing by there. He knows he has good eyes for different like locations that's really good. So we just and I just we just post and post. So I wouldn't be able to do that if I don't have the flexibility, and those are really we would think that those are small things. Those are big things for us because that builds the foundation of our relationship. And when we have that relationship, we have a relationship better for our children as well, right? And of course, being able to sponsor my parents' Canadian visas. So my dad is here already with my brother in Edmonton. My mom is following suit. Um, and giving more generosity to our church family. And I think one of the biggest things that I didn't expect that I'll be able to gain from this business is really the community, the team, the people who are looking up to us, to me, for mentorship, for coaching. Those I don't take that very lightly, and I'm very grateful that I get to do this, that I get to teach them. I get to guide them on how they can achieve exactly the same thing. And it's not just limited to the people who are clicking on my ad, and we are now basically inspiring the whole community, and that is a privilege for me. And being able to meet people like you, like all those inspiring things that you've said, I wouldn't be able to meet people like you, like the leaders, other leaders in our community, had I not clicked on that ad, right? So many beautiful things, endless things. And just sometimes I would just pause and realize, like, oh my gosh, how did I get so lucky? How did we even get here? Of course, it's not a smooth sailing. Always there will be ups and downs for sure. This is an entrepreneurship. This is not like, whoo, it's not rocket science. In our
Yeah.
careers, right? In our jobs, we need to first we start as a novice. We scramble for things. We are anxious at the beginning. We are nervous. It's like driving a car or riding a bicycle. At the beginning, you don't have a right footing. But now when you drive, you can do like listen to a podcast. Like sometimes you eat, sometimes you do your makeup. Oh, that's not ideal, but you can do a lot of things because you now know. You become like what you said earlier. As you went into the training, you become more confident because knowledge is not power alone; it's potential power. The secret is in the doing. When you do it, and then you have that faith and that bold action, and then everything comes together, right? So how about you?
Me, yeah, I was a slow boomer. But yeah, because I hit my first milestone after 1 years, and then but after 15 months, I hit my first 5 figure month, and that was just I was looking at the computers and I run into the garden and then I run back and then I like I was like, I know it's gonna come, right? And because like you plan you plan to you plan to have a tree. We all want to have a big tree, right? But we start small, slowly, every milestone. So when I hit the 5 figure month, the first like round 10,000, right? So I was like, my heart is just like beating, and then I tell my husband, okay, okay, can you just one more time calculate it? Is that yeah, so that, and I really proud. So 2 years, no, 2 years and a half in, we hit the highest tax bracket in Canada. So from a mom receiving support from the government to a mom that
Now you're in the high tier. Hello,
right.
taxes.
So you feel painful, but you're also proud, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I am a good citizen, I contribute to the country, not just come to just taking things, right? So I'm really proud of that, and that on my philosophy. I want to be independent. I don't want to base on uh like, it's okay to based on other people's support. I don't like, I don't say it's wrong, but but I don't want that for myself. So I want to contribute. I So that was really proud. And after that, we incorporate our company to get a lower tax bracket. So we learn it the hard way, right? So people plan and we say, we hit that. So that, and I am able to sponsor my parent to
Mm.
visit Canada multiple times as well. That also my one of my wish lists. And I'm not a travel person. Like, I admire you so much. You just like, I talk often about you to my husband. Like, see, whenever she go, she got this beautiful picture and set up. Like, but I'm just like, once a month, backpack and let's go. So that's what I like about this business. Like, we're so different, right?
Mm.
But yet we're so successful in our own way.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, so that was that. And
And your beautiful home,
yeah, Katrina.
right? But
Yes,
overlooking
yes.
overlooking the golf course, right? Like, oh my gosh,
Yes,
when you
yes. It's
posted that
from a
on
very
our,
tiny, like, with 4 kids, is not easy to find a home that got a lot of room. Like, everyone have their own bedroom. So, 5 years living in a small house, and now we're able to move into a bigger home. And it got a big basement. So in the winter time, the kids can play, and yeah,
uh-huh. Okay,
yeah.
that's your indoor playground.
Yes.
Yeah, I think those are the priceless things, right? Being able to, seeing our children's reaction to the things that we're able now to give them. And as they say, money is not the most important thing, but it does. I learned this from my previous mentor and manager, when I was still in the life insurance in the Philippines. She said, money is not the most important thing, but it affects the most important things in your life. And it's so, so true. And I was listening to a podcast yesterday. I don't know which one, but it says there, for the people who says money doesn't make you happy, that person hasn't given money so much yet. Because the purpose, oh, I think it's one of the Dave Ramsey's teaching that, because ultimately the goal of being wealthy, not just rich, is the goal of wealth is to give it away. And there's nothing more priceless than seeing someone smile, like your family, being able to give them that resources. Like recently, I think one of the first travels that we did as a family is after COVID. We were able to book a hotel in Niagara Falls. We're based in Toronto, but that was the first time we were able to book a hotel like overlooking the Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
And then the moment I opened the curtain, the falls was there. And my second son, he's the very vocal one. He has all these emotions. The moment I opened the curtain, he said, "Mom, are we really staying here?"
Oh, wow. Was it?
I was like, I tried to hold my tears, and but that was like one of those moments. Like I was like, yes, you're staying here. This is one of the best days ever.
Oh
Things like
wow.
that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I must have done something right. Right? Things like that. And kids, they don't have filters with their emotions. So when they're happy, they're really happy. Right. So, and I'm very grateful that I'm able to do that. I also just recently, that same son, he's not, equal love for everybody, but because he's the very vocal one, recently he requested for a laptop. I think after a year of requesting, we finally gave in, and he's like, and the smile, he hugs me, mommy, thank you so much. Like, and being able to give that generously to him, I think that's really priceless for parents like us, right? And it gives you options, definitely. And I was just able to book a vacation for us in December. And I was like, oh my gosh, like being able to book this, pay for this flights and hotels at the same time, like in technically in cash, because I charge it to our debit. It's crazy. Like I wouldn't be able to do that had I not, if I don't have this like financial abundance for because of the business, right? And as I always say, I just prayed for extra $1,000, and God definitely has granted me way beyond what I hoped for, and really just prayed for. And sometimes we're thinking, oh, we have a limitless God. Like, you just say it. You don't need to figure out the how. Just say what you want. And eventually, of course, you have to work for it as well, but move with big faith. Work like it depends on you, but also pray like it depends on God. And you have to combine those things and have that, um, always have that good intention for other people, like guiding them, because they're also like me when I was beginning my journey, right? So I want to show them like what you're doing, whatever is possible for us. This is not just limited for us or the few people or a handful of leaders in our community. No, this can also work for you as long as you're willing to put in the effort, the faith, the mindset. That is the biggest thing. I would always say what separates the people who are thriving in the business and those who are not is really the mindset. You have to build that bulletproof mindset. Every single day I work on my mindset. It's like taking a shower. You have to do it every day.
Yes.
Motivation, it washes off. Like, you wake up, you have to put yourself intentionally. I listen to audiobooks mostly because every single day, because I follow this principle from Tony Robbins about net time, especially for moms, working moms, here in the business, outside of business. What's a net time? It's no extra time because, oh, Katrina, I'm busy with work, with that. I totally get you. We have to insert. We have to be intentional with our time. What's a net time? You do it in times that you don't have time. What does that look like? If I'm making
Yeah.
sense, if you're washing the dishes, if you're cleaning the house, plug something in. I listen to different audiobooks, different facets of my life. I start with faith, and then my health, and then books and podcasts, audiobooks for finances. Dave Ramsey, Financial Peace University, and then when it comes to marriage and the children, and then the business mindset, and then business skills. Those are my seven huge buckets that I fill every day before I really dive into work. As much as possible, I don't check my phones first thing in the morning. That's what I work on. And I have a checklist. I have this, we're doing practical things right now. I have this book, Atomic Habits, what do you call this? A notebook and a checklist. I list out all the things that I want to do, like meditate. I listen to this, a bit listen to that. I weigh myself every day for some reason. I exercise, and even just 10-15 minutes, like on YouTube. There's so many things there. You can enroll in a gym as well if you want. I take my vitamins. I try to sleep 7 hours because if I don't, I'm a mess. I think it's really important to take care of ourselves first, so we can serve others, not just our family, but also our mentees, our business partners, the people who are reaching out to us and wanting to get started, so we can guide them if we are physically good, because we cannot do things if we're not physically well, right? Health
Yes.
is wealth. And yeah, I journal as well. Yeah, so those are the things.
Wow. What an interview. I
Okay.
myself get so much golden nugget out of these interviews, and we are real people. And I'm so happy that you are here today
I'm
to
so happy
share
as
this with
well.
my audience that they can see a real Katrina.
Yeah, thank you, Len. And I want to tell you, everybody who's watching, that we chatted before this, but we didn't even uh, chat about what the questions were. So
Yeah.
whatever you guys are hearing, it's actually impromptu. Of course, the usual questions that we would get is kind of falls into the in between. But yeah, this is how we're not this confident before. Like we would stammer. I was like, ah, no, like I was sweating bullets when I did my first go live. But I think at the end of the day is really, we're here to inspire, to give you information. Maybe one way or another you see yourselves in our places where we have been and where we're now and where we're going. And we're no different than you. We also have, of course, our own struggles behind the camera. We work on social media, but of course we are not like showing the every gritty details, but we show you the highlights of what we think would also be would resonate with all of you, especially for working moms. We also work with dads. It's just that it just happens that a lot of moms can relate with us, and I think that's also human nature, right? So yeah, thank you, Lan, for being here. You're such an inspiration, not just for me, for my team, for the whole of community. And having hearing some other new information or story from you today, um I do appreciate that. And so many so many things, so many people commenting here. Nice conversation, happy listening to you, coaches. Hello, watching from Georgia. Lovely sharing, coaches, watching from Calgary. Thank you for that, Regina. Thank you so much, everybody. And you guys inspire us to do this, what we, because we're grateful that we get to do what we get to do now. Because even despite the fears at the beginning 6 years ago, we saw the vision and we just go, go, go. And every single day, we consistently do something that will move the needle in our business. We did not stop, right? Any other last things that you want to say, Lan?
I was watching a video yesterday. This lady, she's very successful, and she was saying like it's a crime to not look like go after what you dream,
Mm.
what you want. It's a crime. So like if you don't have to have any worry, then are you gonna like chasing your dream? Are you gonna um go after your dream? So she said like it's a crime, some like it's just there to do with one time. So when I start this business, I was telling myself that okay, this May is my birthday, so I don't tell anyone, but I say, let just give myself a gift. Is this chance, this business? If it win, it win. If it not, I learned a whole bunch. So that's the attitude that I come to this business.
I
And
love that.
yeah, so I wish you all have the courage, the mindset to follow your dream, to chase your instinct. If you are here today watching this two mom like laughing and talking away with all our real story, I hope our stories inspire you to take action, because the power is in the action. And
I love
thank
that.
you for watching us.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. And we're always one decision away, right, from changing our lives forever. 6 years ago, Lanan and I, we didn't know. that this will pan out. Right? We just saw the vision, and we told ourselves if we keep on doing the same things, then we will keep on getting the same results. So we have to do something different. And you just need to trust your gut, your feelings, and of course, pray about it as well, right? And see what's waiting for you on the other side. So we hope we have inspired you, has we have brightened your day, and ultimately for those of you who've been following us for a while and wanting to get started. Okay, how did Lana and how did Katrina were able to start their online journey, high ticket affiliate marketing without their prior experience? Well, we just got started the same way. We watch an info sessions to reach out to any of us, and our websites are also in our business pages, so you can check that one out. And just ask us a question or watch the info session, register for the info session with your name and email, and see if it's a good fit for you. If not, as Lana said, then you learned something, right? If
Yeah.
not, if yes, then you can change your income, and then you change your life. So there you have it. Thank you so much for having me, Lana. This
Yeah,
was
thank you so much.
we hit two birds in one stone. We interviewed each other. We inspired a lot of people. You inspired me. So thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye for now. Thank you.